keep in mind what you used to feel about Home Affairs. Keep in mind how you felt it could never get better. And then look at this office, look at the new experiences we are building, and then remind yourself, if Home Affairs can work, then this beautiful country, from the south to the north, all of it can work.
South Africans love Home Affairs for its effectiveness, says Motsoaledi. Honestly, this is the level of Delulu that I strive for. It's top tier. I decided to compile a list of other things that South Africans love for its effectiveness. Load shedding, we love it. We love it, okay? It makes us appreciate electricity more. If we just always had electricity, we wouldn't appreciate it now, would we? No sir, no how. As South Africans, we also love potholes. There's something about coming out on the other side of a musha pothole that just makes you feel alive. Love it. Sitting in traffic, yo, we love it. Especially if the robots are out due to load shedding. Yo, we love that shit. It's like a game for us, the guess whose turn it is at the robot. Being bored in South Africa is a choice, I tell you. And then, of course, like Motsoaledi said, Home Affairs, one of our favorite places. I love it. I look for excuses to go there. I once told a guy that I want him to kiss me on a dirty place, and he said, I'm not taking you to Home Affairs. It's a Vetkoekpaleis grappie. Anyway, thank you, Motsoaledi. You are correct. As South Africans, we are having a great time. Great time. And Home Affairs is very effective. I love it there. I want to live there. Okay. Okay, bye.
Are you coming allowed to enter the Yeah, when I
can't tell you to go outside. Wait outside. Yeah, if you can't take us for go outside before you go outside. Go outside. Take it for this time. Go outside. Go outside. Take us for this time.
Yo, kushubile. Bayasefa. No ID. Boom. Yeah, John, fast. One by one. Hayi, sizosala yazi.
We've certainly hit the ground running at Home Affairs. Getting into this department, getting into any new job, and finding an enormous backlog of 306,000 applications on your desk will be a shock for any person. But we have tackled that in a very systematic way. That particular backlog relating to visa and permit applications has been accumulating since 2014, a decade-long backlog. And we are working very methodically now to work through that backlog. So far, within a matter of 5 months, we've reduced that backlog by 60%, and we're aiming very aggressively to get it done as soon as possible. The other big backlog that we've achieved great success on was a backlog relating to ID documents. This one had been accumulating since the end of 2023, November 2023 already, due to some system changes. And with a focused plan that we adopted in August of this year, we were able to clear that backlog completely within the period of a month. I think that these are two important signifiers, symbolic victories of what we can achieve when we work in a focused and systematic way. But it's not the only thing we've done in these early few days in government. We are also repositioning this department as an economic enabler because we are passionate about creating more jobs for South Africans in this country. We understand that unemployment is the single biggest problem facing people out there, and that's why every department should be using its powers to contribute to that national goal, which is the apex priority of the government of national unity: create jobs and grow the economy. We are committed to that, and we're doing it in various ways. We've introduced a new trusted tour operator scheme that will be in effect from early 2025, through which we wish to unlock tourism from enormous markets in China and India. At the moment, we are getting minuscule amounts of tourism from those two countries when they have hundreds of millions of travelers globally. South Africa is perfectly positioned to attract more tourism from those countries, and Home Affairs holds the key to actually making that happen and creating jobs in the tourism sector. We're doing the same through visa reform, implementing the remote work visa, as well as the exciting new points-based work visa that will help us attract skills into our economy. The National Treasury says that the skills shortage in South Africa is the second biggest impediment to job creation after load shedding, and that is the significance that we have as Home Affairs to address this problem. Other research shows that for every additional skill that is put into circulation in the economy, between 7 and 8 new jobs are created for South Africans. That is why we are making sure that we're addressing the skills gap by repositioning the department to play the appropriate role it should be playing as an economic enabler. Altogether, more effective administration, a stronger role in growing the economy, and making sure that we digitize and walk this journey of digital transformation is going to contribute productively to the life of every South African and making sure that we can deliver dignity. We're not just talking about it. Within these first 100 days, we have already delivered some important initial successes. We have laid the groundwork for the reform journey that we now are embarking upon, and I'm very excited about what the future holds in Home Affairs for the people of South Africa.
DA at Work, rescuing South Africa.
The Department of Home Affairs has dismissed 18 officials, effective immediately, for a range of offences including fraud, corruption and sexual harassment. A further 4 officials were issued with final written warnings, 2 of which carry a 1 and 3 month salary suspension, respectively, and another 2 officials received written warnings. The dismissals and disciplinary action follow the conclusion of all mandated human resource and appeals processes by the Department. The dismissal and disciplining of errant officials are the result of the further intensification of the Department's clampdown on corruption, fraud and maladministration. The dismissals follow a series of convictions and reflects the intensification of cooperation between the Department of Home Affairs, the Special Investigating Unit and the Hawks. Where prosecutable offences have been committed, the dockets will be referred for criminal prosecution. These dismissals send a clear and unambiguous message that the days where acts of fraud and corruption are committed with impunity against Home Affairs are over. Dismissals and prosecutions are set to continue ramping up until we have squeezed crime and corruption out of this system.
Yes, the DA deserves scrutiny and must be held accountable for its actions. That's democracy. But fair criticism should also recognize the magnitude of the mess they inherited. Meaningful change at Home Affairs will require more than good intentions or quick fixes. It demands systemic reform, investment in technology, rebuilding skills capacity, and restoring public trust, all of which take time.